Mox Diamond pitching Grove. Wait, what the heck just happened? Is that a Force of Will on the Mox? But he already discarded a land. I'm so confused. What just happened, chat? Force on Retrofitter Foundry? What the heck is happening? What a strange start to the game. I don't think that Grove should be in the graveyard. Am I going crazy, chat? Or are you confused as well? Raise your hand if you're confused. All right, I'm going crazy. No, for Mox Diamond, you do not discard a land while it's on the stack. You discard as it enters the battlefield, the same as when you choose what clone is cloning. No? Okay. I don't know if I'm getting tired or what, but I don't think that Grove of the Burn Willow should have been discarded. Let me look at Mox Diamond. It's not as you cast this spell, discard a land. If Mox Diamond would enter the battlefield, you may discard a land card instead. If you do, put it on the battlefield. If you don't, put it into his graveyard. So it has nothing to do with being on the stack. It has to resolve for this to happen. And the Mox Diamond did not resolve. Anyway, we're moving on.
Then I'll stifle one.
Okay. Oh yeah, there's that one. Yeah. Go.
Okay. There's a Grove of the Wormbillows. Wasteland Pass.
Didn't see that coming. Okay. Interesting.
There's Beseju. Playing Beseju rather than keeping it in hand. Yeah. Here's Brainstorm. Cardboard Connoisseur says he played fast and sloppy like I cast Mox discard land go, but opponent had response. That seems to be what happened, but then the Grove should be back in hand, is what was confusing. Do you like forcing your opponent's turn one Mox Diamond, chat? I don't like that play at all, but you know, I'm just like, I don't mean to sound like I'm skeptical of Max too much, but I just don't know if I would ever do that. Heavily depends on your hand. Maybe it, like, yeah, it does depend on your hand. That's for sure. True name Nemesis.
You know, a little bit thinking to do.
Yep.
That gets around Maze of Ith. He had double force, and also I had info of no turn 1 expiration. Okay.
Okay. Are we getting somewhere? I'm not sure.
Greg says, are we getting somewhere? I'm not sure.
Oh, right. My God doesn't work.
Check for
Okay. That's fine too. Go for
Pioneer
it.
decks. Lotus.
All right, Endurance gets blocked by True Name. Attacking with True Name. And Delver.
Zero cards in?
Zero cards.
Okay. End of turn. Oh wait, that doesn't work.
Pioneer.
That doesn't work at all.
I think Greg was thinking about doing the Dark Depths thing here, but realized Wasteland is in play. At least that's what it seems like happened. Punishing Fire on Delver on end step. Okay, that does work. Wasteland stops the Dark Depths combo, in case anybody's not sure. You waste a copy of Dark Depths with the sack ability on the stack. Endurance getting in there, though. This is a race that Greg can currently win with Punishing Fire. I think.
I know. I will prop rod my basement.
Sure.
Crop Rot Maze of Ith. Getting Saga. Okay. It's a good way to force Max to use the Wasteland. At least potentially. Retrofitter Foundry was countered on turn 1, so that's not going to be searched up here by Saga if it gets to chapter 3. We'll more likely see a map or a needle or something like that. Source to Plowshares on Endurance.
Sure. Yes. Faster.
Now it looks like Max can win with his True Name. Except if you waste Saga and crop rotation into Depths happens, Greg wins the game.
Wasteland.
Response. Turn it into Urza Saga.
Okay. Copy Urza Saga with Thespian Stage was also an option. Now returning Punishing Fire to hand on end step by allowing Max to gain a life. Saga gets a counter. Diamond discarding the Maze of Ith.
Go for it.
So the Thespian Stage is an Urza Saga with 1 chapter on it. Max playing Stoneforge knows about the Punishing Fire in hand, but doesn't seem to give a damn about it. More interested in picking up some weapons. Here's Umezawa's weapon. Pretty good. fetching. I'm assuming this Punishing Fire is going to hit Stoneforge regardless. Don't want any lucky Cauldras jumping into play here or anything like that. Prismatic Ending on Mox Diamond.
I will keep fire.
Punishing Fire on the
No card, right?
Stoneforge.
Draw.
Okay.
Counter.
Not sure of the timing of everything that was happening. Stage now has 2 lore counters on it. It's a copy of Urza's Saga.
Could be a problem. Shit. Go.
True Name equipped with Umizawa's weapon is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah. Yep. Literally.
Whoa. Tapping the equipment with the attack, that's a violation. All right, making a construct on end step is Greg. Let's see what happens on draw step.
Draw. Ooh. I have a lot of decisions here.
So this triggers on the stack, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so when you make a copy of Urza's Saga with Thespian Stage, the copy does not get its first counter until your next draw step.
To do that, but what else can I do? If I do that, close mana. Yeah, I'm a little stuck, unfortunately. Yeah, I flowed mana.
Okay, 1 second. So, can I read this?
Sure.
Sorry. So, this sacrifices, right? And then the search triggers on the stack?
That I'm not sure.
Judge?
Uh-oh, judge call.
Okay.
It does not need to be sacrificed with 0 counters, but it does need to be sacrificed like with Blood Moon if it has 0 counters and 0 chapters on the card. A saga with 0 counters and 0 chapters needs to be sacrificed.
Yeah. Good question.
If it has more counters than it has chapters, it dies.
Hey, Kevin. Question about
Or equal.
Thespian Stage. So this copied it earlier. Now it's going to 3 saga counters. Does it sacrifice and then the search trigger goes on the stack?
What's the question?
The question is, does this sacrifice itself when this trigger goes on the stack, the 3rd lore counter?
Wait.
Is it part of the cost of getting that trigger on the stack is for it to sacrifice?
Okay, good questions here.
No.
No, it's already. So at the beginning of the turn, it had
No,
2 saga
This
counters.
is copying that.
Yeah, so it's going to get 3 saga counters. He tapped it for mana in response to the.
Right. And that's where we are.
Right. So there's a search trigger on the stack.
Okay.
My question is, does this sacrifice itself in order for that ability to go on the stack, or does it get? Or does that
everything
ability
resolve
have
and
to?
then it sacrifices?
Right, right. Does that search have to resolve first and then it sacrifices?
I think I know exactly where you're going with this. You're probably holding a stifle. And the answer is I have no fucking idea.
I mean, you see my point.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Like, yeah, I get it.
It will be sacrificed after the last chapter ability resolves.
Okay, so trigger in the stack to search. It's on the battlefield.
So my question then is, if I stifle that trigger, does it still sacrifice Urza Saga?
Wow.
If I stop the search?
I believe the answer is yes. We'll see what the The answer is from the judge. First Tribute says nobody cares about the tap, even at competitive. Tapped equipment, even at competitive REL. I know that was just being silly.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think so.
I think that makes sense.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure. Like if I stifle it, does it just re-trigger again because it hits 3? I don't know.
Yeah, state-based effects causes it to sacrifice. Because it will have, like I was saying a moment ago, it will have more chapter counters or equal chapter counters to the amount of chapters that it has.
So I still have priority.
What's interesting here, though, is if Greg had decided to, instead of tap the Thespian Stage for mana, use it to copy another land, then we would be in a different situation.
We're probably going to need an exception.
Zwidar says, but also the judge can't technically answer the question of what will happen if stuff happens, only rule on what is actually happening right. I don't know if that's correct. I know a judge can say, like, just imagine something very simple. You know, a creature that says, when this dies, you lose 3 life. Asking the judge, if this creature dies, will I lose 3 life? The judge is allowed to say yes, right?
But your question is...
Does this get sacrificed regardless?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, so it just stays at 3 lord counters. Does it re-trigger? So basically the question is, does Stifle do anything to the search effect?
You can stifle the search.
Okay, so to stop the search, and then what happens to Urza Saga at 3 counters? Because it does say it gets sacrificed at 3 lord counters.
You think?
You have a very pretty deck, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think this is an incorrect ruling coming in here from the judge. It would not stay on the battlefield. Let's see if they get this right. This is interesting.
I think it dies.
It dies? Okay, so I'm going to respond and kill this. GT.
Okay.
And then I will stifle your search.
I will respond to the stifle.
Sure.
I'm going to crop rotate.
Yep.
And people on stream will immediately point out how I missed a win here. The obvious one. And that will be inexperience with lands.
Okay, Greg saying that Twitch chat will immediately notice how I missed the win here. What is he referring to? Because I honestly don't know. But I think it might have something to do with copying using the Thespian Stage to copy something else. Making a 2020 with crop rotation Dark Depths. Yeah. But then why... the
counter here. And the turn. Draw. I don't think I get out of this. You kill that. Yeah, wow, you got him, man. Oh, such an idiot. Okay, I completely missed that. Completely.
Max gets game 1. We're moving on to game 2. By tapping the stage, he can't copy Dark Depths, so he can't win the game with that rotation. But I don't even know the answer to this. If you tap a land for mana, can you untap a land that's been tapped for mana? Like, why did Greg tap for mana there? I guess you do it before the trigger goes on the stack because afterwards you won't have an opportunity to. So maybe I just answered my own question. There was no opportunity to not tap the land for mana. It already needed to be done. You would not get an opportunity to tap it for mana after the sack trigger resolves. Is I think what would happen. Poing says if Greg did not float mana and Krot Rot to get Adepts, then attempted to copy, Max could just stifle the Chapter 3 trigger, which would cause state-based effects to kill the stage before the copy could occur. That's true. That's a great point. Force of Phil barges in and points out Max Fam needs to work on the 3-card pull game. Yeah, it's a work in progress. All right, Stoneforge fights Kaldra Complayat. Maze of Ith is on the battlefield. What a wacky game one, though. There's a Saga. Grove. And Needle.
I'll name
All right, so Stoneforge named by Needle. An expedition map comes down. When searching your deck, do you sift from forward with your thumb or backward using the finger crawl? Max searches with reverse finger crawl technique. What do I do? Let's see. Yeah, I think I do the reverse. Actually, I think I do both. I think I switch it up. I think I do both, actually. Both feel correct to me. First Tribute, thanks for the follow. And we are 5 follows away from an even 2,500, which would be very exciting.
yeah.
All right, I hear music. So another Stoneforge, which of course is shut off. Reggie Bob, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Corey Isaac, thanks for the follow. Welcome. All right, Umizawa's weapon is found. Loki Unforgiven, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Wow, everybody's just barging in. Thanks for the follows. Looks like we're 2 away now from an even 2,500.
Trigger.
This happens in your draw step?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stop in your draw step.
Okay, it's my draw.
Okay. Max saying stop you on your draw step. Zwidar, thanks for the follow. The 2,500th follower is up for grabs, and it's been taken. Zergling, thanks for the follow. And Schwani Hog, thanks for the follow. I think Zergling got it, though. Zergling got it. Congratulations, Zergling. You did it. You did it. Congratulations. All right, we're a quarter of the way to 10,000. Officially. When we get 10,000 Twitch followers, we'll have a party with cocktails called Black Lotus and what were the other ones we named earlier? I can't even remember. I think this stream has fried my brain. All these rulings.
Okay.
We got these.
Wait, yeah, we might.
I got a bunch of these. I'm for sale now.
Blessed Wine. Chaos Orb is a shot in a round glass. That sounds about right. That actually sounds cool. Little terrarium looking glass with a shot of like really, really insane liquor. Chaos Orb. Rulings and beautiful cardboard. That's right.
Okay.
Sacking map. Okay.
There's none in the box, Jason. There's none in the box.
And I'll play that.
All right. Gets depths and plays it.
Yeah.
So there's a depths and a stage in the bottom right. Just under our overlay.
Yeah.
Max has a wasteland though. Plays the wasteland.
I'll maze.
Okay, so you'll take one.
Go to six. Okay.
Greg's at 6? Oh, Greg paid a bunch of life for Sylvan Library. I missed it. I apologize. I'm having trouble keeping up with life totals. Doing my best.
Wait, that's been stage targeting Maze of It. That's the target. I'm just caught up in that.
Okay, so Thespian Stage is targeting Mazavith. Is Tarmogoyf still played in Legacy? I would say it is occasionally, but it is not that common right now.
I will blow Maze of It in response.
All right, blowing out the Mazavith in response. This is a bit risky. Thespian Stage can copy Dark Depths safely here, at least safe from Wasteland.
Can I read Grove of the Burn Wheel?
Sure.
All right, great. Greg thinking about the Sylvan Library. Putting 2 back. Needle has shut off Stoneforge. Here's Wasteland. Passing the turn. Brainstorm for Max. There's a Blast Zone on the table. There's Thespian Stage and Dark Depths on the table. A Wasteland on the table. Scalding Tarn. Attacking for 2. Let's see if Dark Depths can create a Marrowlage here. We know Max has Stifles. That only stops it once.
Yeah.
I will go to my second main.
Yeah.
Thinking about cracking Tarn. Yep. Going to 18. I believe 18. It's Tundra. Ponder.
End of turn, I'm going to activate that spin stage targeting Dark Depths.
Activating Thespian stage, targeting Dark Depths. Needle is naming Stoneforge Mystic.
Also, end of turn, I'm going to attempt to put a counter.
This Merit Liege. And putting a counter on Blast Zone. Swordsing Merit Liege.
24.
Putting Greg up to 24.
I'll waste on your land.
You have to like linear.
Looks like Greg paid some life there on Sylvan Library. And here's Loam targeting Wasteland, Mazavith, Dark Depths.
Sure.
And it resolves.
I'll play first.
It's
Turn
just
for,
like it's
first
so
life
fun.
return. Waste your white source. Second land per turn is going to be Urza Saga. Let's go.
All right, so an Urza Saga, the second land drop for Greg.
Sorry, do I want to do anything about this? No, I think we're okay. Okay, untap.
Stop and you're okay.
Okay.
Gonna brainstorm.
Sure.
Brainstorm on Greg's upkeep. And a scoop. All right, we're going to game 3. It's been a pretty good match. Is there a reason to swords in the upkeep before Sylvan Library resolves? Maybe not. I mean, a crop rotation for Sajiri Step, maybe if that's a concern of yours, if you think that's within the realm of possibility, that's one thing. It's not Sajiri Step is not really played that frequently in a deck like this, but that's the kind of thing you could be concerned about. Retrofitter Foundry. BR Pesta Ninja, thanks for the follow. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Looks like a brainstorm here. Unsure of the timing of it. Yavamaya discarded to Mox Diamond. Lands is always fun, yep. Plains. Stoneforge, okay. Cauldron come play out. I like it. Let's see if Greg has another needle. Here's a Wasteland, passing.
I'm gonna activate.
Resolves. Okay.
All right, there's Cauldron.
Go combat.
I will float colors. Attempt to crop rotate.
Floating a colorless, sacking Wasteland to crop rotation before combat. Force of Will, pitching Ponder. Okay.
I did not fetch
Okay,
yet.
yeah,
I'm at 19. Attack.
Crikey. And the thing itself is indestructible, right? Go to 50. Well, actually, sorry, before combat, I was going to activate the thing to make it token. That's why I floated it.
Sure.
Yeah, but I'm not blocking.
That's fine. Okay.
Go 15.
Yeah, I'll pass you.
Okay.
Okay, a little leniency there. Make a token. Thespian Stage. Cracking. Going to 18 is max. Does anybody know what Max's token is? What is that?
Attempt to make a servo. Go to block. Block.
Both blockable?
Yeah.
Kill one. Take 5, you're at 10.
Okay, allows Greg to double block and kill Stoneforge. True Name pass. True Name quite good. This is quite an offense here for Max. Wasteland, Tabernacle is just not going to work for Greg. All those basics. Greg out of time, really. And concedes the match. Well played by Max. Some interesting interactions in that game. Looks like Choke was on top. Good match.